Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Wizard of Legend. I haven't recorded in a couple days, ever since the incredibly demoralizing loss. I think we're gonna go back to, well, really any robe is okay. 1, 2, 3. This is the same robe. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. Decreases cooldowns, increases run speed. Sure, I need the HP. I think that's become clear. We're also going to go back to random.org meta. If you'll give me a moment here. Let's say today we're going to start from water. Again, people, I get a lot of tweets. I'm a very important person. The tweets say things like, well, if you want to get a true random, a better way to do it. Sure, but we're just picking random arcana in a video game, not coming up with a salt and hash for a cryptocurrency wallet, okay? As long as it's sufficiently variable, I'm okay with that. So we're going to start with water. We're going to generate 4 random integers between 1 and 40. Let's just start there. 14, 19, 35, 3. So 3 is the easy one. 2, 3, Frost Fan. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. Don't use Bouncing Blaze too much. That's kind of interesting. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. We're going to 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most common dash for me, I think. And then 35 is the tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got off sync. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait a minute, I got it all wrong. Then I did 35 for the other one. Whatever, who cares? It's sufficiently variable. Okay, I got myself cross-eyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. 20. 1, 2. 23. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 31, really. 32, 33, 34, 35. Flame Cleaver. I don't think we've ever used it. It doesn't look as much like a cleaver as I expected. What's our hat brings us back to life? I'm okay with rolling that. I like to keep some things constant and just give me a better chance. We'll buy some new stuff as well. We're getting close to having everything in the game unlocked. Yes, you may enter the room, Tomo. Welcome to the office. Hello, it's Tomo. Come on down. Dun, 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 dun. So there's a lot to like, and then actually like quite a lot to very much dislike about our current setup. What I like, well, I'm kind of like neutral on a few different things right now. Ooh, dude, I love so much of this. Signature Rocket is or Surefire Rocket is probably the best, but the cookie box, if we can afford it, we'll be interested in as well. One thing that I do like, without having to add a caveat, being able to freeze enemies with our Q is good. Unfortunately, it does also come with the lack of damage and some spread that is unnecessary in a lot of circumstances. Let's go Alchemist Stone. All Chaos Gems are transmuted into gold. That's fine by me, dude. Less gems, which means our next run sucks, or is going to start a little suckier. But I don't care about that very much, because we've lost like 4 in a row. So I'd just like to get back on the saddle again, if possible. I also have no... Oh, it's ranged. Okay. I knew it had a range, but the fact that it has way more coverage than I thought is really good. So we'll probably go for our Arcana, but Raspberry Cookie Box is also really tempting. Like, buying Arcana right now is probably a lower priority, as I see it at least. So I'm not convinced that this run has any distinct advantages right off the bat. But I might be wrong. I'm kind of notoriously bad at, well, the game. But also in particular at, like, that was really dumb. At evaluating the specific arcana. Really, royally gotten some wrong. Most textbook amongst them was evading Zephyr. Like, evading Zephyr is actually awesome. I was somehow convinced it's terrible. No. What we're gonna do is find our boss fight, which is not going to be here. So we probably should have used it, but whatever. 236 golds. I don't think... That's so lucky. I'm feeling a little bit looser than usual right now. And I think it's a good thing for right now, for the state that we're at in the game. Yes, I stumbled over my own words trying to think of something that didn't sound like right now, which we had literally said mere moments earlier. Probably overthinking it a little bit. That's okay. Shouldn't have just sat there and took that one. I thought we could get away after the window got a little better for us. No such luck. Having a bunch of ranged fire is pretty nice. Red button, dude, I remember with this thing. You can no longer heal, but some of your gold is turned into healing at the end of the floor. I'm gonna say no, I think. Gonna have to give you a big fat no on that one. So we bought an upgraded Arcana. This was like a really, really good floor, I think. We lost 80 HP. We bought an upgraded Arcana. 2 relics that are I consider very good. So we're going to get a ton of signature charges. We'll get more heals. Keep in mind, like, 175 gold to get more heals. It doesn't take a whole lot of benefit in order for that to be huge for you. Lucky us. Because potions are 100 each right now. This is not, well, I thought it was an upgraded version of our basic, but what it actually is just another upgraded fire arcana. You can definitely roll. That was not smart. Just give it a sec. Give it a sec. Dust them. You can definitely roll like a single arcana build and do just fine. There's also like certain... Again, I'm not an expert, in case that's not abundantly clear from the videos that you've watched. But you can make all kinds of builds work. You can make single element builds work. You can make multi-element builds work. I don't know which is the best. Certainly from like an environmental standpoint, you'd probably rather have multiple elements. That way you can get around whatever the resistance of the enemies is. But if I'm being realistic, I don't really do that. So, not worried about it all that much. So we'll start here. Terrible placement on my part. I am a little disappointed in our HP. Try to work through that. Run. That's good enough. We did duck out of the attack a little early, but this is what we were looking for. Just an opportunity. Get this enemy alone by themselves. Move out of the way. Fireball grabs them. We got no crowd control to deal with. Lovely. That's a ton of money. Mostly because of the... Well, mostly because of the money, but also a little because of the Chaos Gems being turned into money as well. So you know we're going to heal a little bit. We're going to heal 75 before and after the boss. We could pretty easily beat the boss without taking damage, but it's probably more likely that we will take a little damage. So for right now, at least, I'm leaning towards potentially buying... That'll do. It will not do, actually. I'm just getting the pit. I'm leaning towards buying some HP, but it'll depend on the relic shop. If there's great stuff in there, I think we could pretty easily be persuaded to not do that. Because again, I really think we'll probably be fine. Probably could be where you get into trouble, though. You know what? Let's force it. Fortune cookie. Randomly empowers an arcana at the beginning of each stage. Wait, we can still afford our HP, so let's do that. And I'm going to leave, mostly because we have 19 gold left, so I'm not really worried about what the arcana shop holds. And usually we'll get an arcana from the boss, which if it just slots into our R and is totally fine, and we know how to use it, I'm going to be a very happy man. Now, this boss is going to be the hardest in terms of elemental resistance. It's really not the be-all, end-all, though. One more. That's what we're looking for. You just don't... If you get caught in the kicks, life's gonna be hard for you. You're gonna get hit by everything, and you're probably also gonna be lit on fire. That could have been worse. Should have realized we didn't have a large window there. This isn't HGTV. It's YouTube. As long as you don't ult again. Fine by me. We'll be close to full HP. We do get an Arcana. I know this Arcana, do I not? Maybe not. Mock Stunner. Series of sound waves. Increases the distance traveled. Stun any enemy that it strikes. You know, we've got pretty good damage, so to stun an enemy is nice. We have crowd control too, because we can freeze them, then, or we could, in all likelihood, just alternate between the freezes and the stuns. Let's give it a try. I think the other enemy died. Oh no, just frozen, did not die. The only thing worth noting, they're only frozen while they're in the wave. So if you knock them out of the wave, it's not quite as hunky-dory. That's okay, though. You know, you can see what we got going on here. Between our, oops. Between the frost and the ice. Stupid poison damage, man. Between the frost and the ice, we got a pretty good way to lock enemies down. And actually, most of them are not single targets, so it's not even like having a bolus or something like that. I know Ebolus sounds like what Dan would call Ebola, but in this case, I really do specifically mean a bolus. Which only locks down 1 or 2 targets at a time most of the time. What does it do? Stores instantly restock after a purchase. So I bought that for nothing. But now I know what it does. Speaking of the bolus, there it is. I do want to buy Arcana, but I would prefer to buy upgraded versions of our existing Arcana. You want to buy Trash Relics? Congratulations. You're in for a treat, my friend. He seemed pretty stoked about that one, which is very surprising to me, personally. You're still alive, huh? For like a millisecond? Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, I've been saying this on just about every run we've ever done. I really don't feel like we got much stacked against us now. Particularly, like, the sound waves last forever. The cooldown is not that long. So between that and the ice, we almost never have to actually, like... Bosses are a little different, but... I don't even know if it worked on the boss, or we just got lucky, but... We almost never have to actually fight an enemy. Okay, you know what? You got me. I hope you're proud of it. Since the last time it's happening. 305 gold. Let's go peep this. I forget what the robe does, but I'll take it. Reduces damage received to a maximum of 10% of max health. So we can never take more than 50 damage at once. I don't remember the wheelbarrow does more damage the more relics you have, something like that. We should explore more, and I really think we should buy that. Or actually, you know, is this freezing sprite? Yeah, I'll take freezing sprite. More lockdown, I think, is always going to be something that's, you know, beneficial to stack. I do not see a future in which we do not make it through this floor. Like Doctor Strange. So shall it be written, so shall it be done. Okay, you know what? All it takes is a couple brief moments of lapsed judgment, and all of a sudden... way more in the damaged doghouse than we should be. Ooh. This guy's one of the toughest. I think the wizards are tougher just because this guy's attacks are so predictable. He said before getting hit twice, but... because we have so much range, not as hard as it looks. I made that look a lot harder than it needed to be. Well, the boss fight was oh so close to the start here. HP looks like it's going to be fine. Yeah, so we... honestly, we're kind of getting a little close to not being able to afford... yeah, really good idea. Just walk through the poison for no reason. To not being able to afford new relics just because of the fact that they take up space. So we're probably starting to be a little bit more in the business of looking for Arcana. I thought, to be honest with you, I might have been frozen by my own sprite there. I don't want to believe it, but I still do. Yes. Yes, yes, let me buy it. You want 100 gold in an Arcana. I can't give you one of these Arcana. Why? Don't make me say it. You have to say it. Okay, fine. My Arcana are too powerful for you, Traveler. My Arcana would kill the strongest wizards, much less a wizard with the level of magical skill that you have. You can handle my strongest Arcana, etc., etc. How did you outlive the large man? The large man is always the last enemy to die. Is it some kind of political statement? I don't know. More power to you. I swear to you, I keep hearing like phantom signature charges. It's like I have a relic that has a negative, and the negative is like it makes me doubt my brain, which is probably a safe bet some of the time. I love it. It's also wind damage, which does bonus damage against some of these enemies. Hey! What are you doing? I don't like this room. Find it insubordinate and churlish. What was the... we can't check yet. What I want to ask is, what's the upgrade for our existing... basic? I know we already got it. I just want to know what it also is. Because I think it might be greater knockback. Nope, fireballs pass through enemies? That's so much better! Forget knockback, dude. We got piercing shots accidentally. I am all in. 166 gold. Is this Idealist Mirror? It is. It's horrendous. Give me the Bracers of the Beast. Pressing forward into an attack immediately before impact allows you to guard an attack. In all likelihood, I will never remember that. I will only get to take advantage of that by accident. But hey, man. That's not necessarily to say that it's worth nothing. If we were to replace one of our existing Arcana, what would we replace? You know, I've gone on record. So it's the 3rd attack, 4th attack incoming. Of course. I really like our Q, which we can't replace anyway. My god. I really like our E. And I really like our R. So we could replace Flame Cleaver every time. But I actually think Flame Cleaver is also, like, not even close to being that bad. It would have to be something I think I have a soft spot for already if I'm going to replace it. We are lacking in damage, though. The crowd control is nice, but the damage is lacking. Oh my god! So this almost went terribly wrong, and could still, I suppose. We kind of lack those wombos, huh? Against a single enemy, we don't have great, damage or lockdown. That's well, not as much money as I thought. Tectonic Drill. Drive forward and rock enemies with a giant drill made of stone. No? I want to replace the Flame Cleaver? Yeah, this is the way we want it. I'll give it a shot, okay? It's more diversified damage as well. HP's in a bad spot, but we got a Raspberry Cookie Box. We got the money to buy potions. I'm feeling optimistic. This boss can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but... I mean, we're starting with like 100 gold as well. So as far as I'm concerned, we're starting with full HP. Though it's the way I see it, as long as we can make it to the relic shop. 315 out of 500 is not a bad spot to be in. I've made a terrible mistake. So I'm just gonna say it. I'm not sure I'm feeling the drill, because it always uses both charges. Sometimes I don't. You dropped relics. Adds another dash. Using a dash arcana immediately after another arcana lowers cooldowns for all of your arcana, the same element as your dash, aka RR. And also, I will never use that on purpose in my entire life, but okay, sure. Yeah, really good and also smart idea. Why don't you use your charge ability to run yourself into these enemies. Also, I've made a terrible mistake. I have my signature and my fireball mixed up, so we gotta swap those. There you go. Oh my lord! I got trapped. I was trapped. Genuinely, there was no way out for me there. I know we come back to life, but you know, people say that like, well, and then all your problems will be solved. You know, you still got the same things that led you there in the first place, only now you've got no failsafe. Okay, starting to rebuild the HP here. That's fine. I'm not convinced the drill's what we want, but I don't think it's the drill's fault. Don't die here, by the way. Fleet Lancer. So this guy is a problem. Because when he hits you, he can hit you 130,000 times before you can do anything about it. That was a really good example of that exact thing happening there. Don't even try it, buddy. Don't even try it, buddy. That could have gone a lot worse, considering our HP when we started it. We're at 331 gold. No. We don't want a different basic right now. We got Piercing Shot, Fireball basic. Borderline could not be happier. I got an achievement there. I have no idea for what, because the only thing I achieved was being mad at myself for the way that I behaved by entering that room and so rudely taking damage that I didn't have to take. Oh. Well, you know, you win some, you win some, I guess. Hello? I don't believe you were invited. This is the death zone. Scientific term. We guarded it! I told you. We're probably going to accidentally turn this into something more meaningful than I would expect. No! Go ahead. Go ahead. You did that. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself as well. I am made of fire, and I will destroy you. Please let me find the relic shop. My self-confidence is shot. I'd like to find the relic shop. Please give me a free hailing pot. Oh! You are stupid and an idiot, and also me. I've never been more upset with an inanimate object. He's actually found it. Alright, well, their HP is terrible. The heck is a whimsical explodum? Adds a chance that enemies will explode when defeated. I don't know if that's good. Adds a chance to burn foes. I'm pretty confident that's good. You want to take an Arcana from me? I don't think it's going to be necessary. Okay. Still very, very delicate run. This is where it's fallen apart the last couple of times, so I really want to play a lot better. I do. This is a terrible start. We didn't take any damage though, so it's not as terrible as it could be. Come on. I was worried. I thought they were gonna be able to land the damage on me there. What are you doing? Dude, we got something going on this run. We've gained some HP in here, haven't we? So Snowflake Chakrams, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I see in there is good. You know, being able to get the Aegis. Really smart, really good and smart move there. The Aegis is a smart pickup for defensive reasons. Now, does that mean we're going to take it? I would not go so far as to suggest that that's indeed the case. We do, without a doubt, need to spend 100 gold on the potion. I'm also noticing that I'm starting to think those girl guides bought the raspberry cookie box from weren't legit, because I'm not seeing any raspberries, if you know what I mean. We appear to not be garnering the degree of heals that I would expect given this. What? How? Why on earth would it drill backwards into the pit that I had surmounted? Oh my god, the right click is cursed. Okay. That so much more has been explained now. We're going to replace our right click. It's fine. It's actually not terrible. But just being able to shoot fire out of your head is worth a lot more. Like, even that room just felt better. I see a chest in there. We have no choice. We do want to do it anyway, but we have no choice either. We both want to and have to. It's a very groovy combination. We took damage. More than we probably gained back in HP, but you can't be sore about it. You have no choice. You have to do it. You know, the damage against bosses bums me out 0. What bums me out is the preventable damage. The stuff that didn't have to be taken. And then the one thing I'll say about the game, in a negative... Oh, that's a wall! You can't go through the wall. The one thing I'll say about the game from a negative standpoint is, once you find yourself in, like, the health desert, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna... Oh, there's little you can do. You have to have, like, a couple of perfect floors. Otherwise, you're gonna be in that health desert forever. So it's hard to pull back from it. We haven't fought our boss yet. We've done 92% of the floor. We haven't found 3 shops. Or our boss? It's like a math problem. Like, if you had asked me to prove whether or not that was possible, I would say, excuse me, sir, do I look like I'm in 12th grade? I haven't done math in a while. Not to that abstract degree, at least. Give me the volatile gemstone. Signature charge rate and decay are increased dramatically, but charge signature damage is reduced. So it feels like we, in all likelihood, will build signature at an alarming rate. It will not decay at all, because we have signature or surefire rocket. So we should be popping signatures off like crazy. It means less. We gotta dump, like, some trash. Well, like, you can dump raspberry cookie box. Why do I say that? Because we're not going to use it anymore. Cobalt Firestone. Summons an aura that damages nearby enemies. Interesting. We literally, like, what, we're expecting more drops to happen from this thing? I don't think so. Dude, the charge seems to happen real quick. Especially, you gotta remember we have this R. Hits enemies like 15 times. It's probably gonna build a bunch of meter. That's my expectation. Oh my god, we actually got a little bit of a window. You're still safe down here, huh? We built like a third of a new charge off of that one, too. This is like a Oop, careful. Substantially more nuanced fight than we normally have here. Alright. We made it. That's a lot of HP. I just want to see what this is. Sleepy Thunderstone. Summons an aura that calls down lightning on nearby enemies? Sure, I mean, if you can have 2 auras active at once, why not? I'm sorry. Our R is probably going to have a slightly increased cooldown as a result of this, but still. So I don't love our odds. I like our odds of beating this boss. And if we can beat this boss, it's a bit of a pipe dream. If we can beat this boss perfectly, we'll be in a really decent spot for the final boss. That's a 1. That's 2. This is 3. 4. 5. Ah, you son of a gun. I'm so mad. Again, I bought in on 4. Nobody to blame but myself. Don't speak to me ever again. So there's probably a way that could have gone worse, but I don't want to know what it is. I got frozen twice. When I got frozen the 3rd time, I got hit by every single hit of the ult, and then there was nothing for me. That is totally my bad, but man, that sucked. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I didn't. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. That's not true. I did enjoy the episode. I like the game. I'm just getting my butt kicked. I really feel like when you... Again, I'm not blaming the game. You know, when you fall low on HP, it's your own fault. You took the damage in the first place. There's only like 30 enemies, so I mean, what do you think's going to happen, right? But that's a bummer. I really expected to at least fight the final boss. For now, though, you know, tomorrow's another day. Incremental progress. And I'll see you next time.